Hey guys, this is Bifurcate. I just wanted to give you guys a quick video of a 4-sensor Oculus Rift setup under the 1.14 release. This is the latest release available as of April 26th, 2017, 10 p.m.-ish. If you have opted into the optional beta updates, I wanted to demonstrate it because under the 1.13 updates and prior, it used to be really hard to get your sensor setup configuration process completed. You would get to that step where you're supposed to hold your uh, touch controller at eye level and pull the trigger, and it would just fail all the time constantly. It was a huge pain in the butt, and you just had to try it over and over and over again until it worked. Um, but I think they fixed it. As of the 1.14 release, I've repeated this process 16 or 17 times now. It has worked every single time versus about 1 out of 10 times under the 1.13 release and prior. Um, Specifically, Power Taco on Reddit did ask about this. He's had some issues with his setup. I think those are going to be new issues, different from what we used to see. They might be related to your sensors being too far apart or something like that. I do think they're doing some extra calculations they were not doing previously. You might be able to skip it and get past it. I don't know. But I will say the overall sensor setup process is a lot better than it used to be under 1.13 and prior. I wish they'd had this sensor set up on release. They really should have. But it's good now. I like it. So here it is. I am going to swap over to Oculus Home. Oh, I've already gotten too far. I'm going to back up out of it. So I'm going to start from the beginning, do a sensor communication test. This is what happens if you plug stuff in for the first time. Or in this case, I said I wanted to redo the sensor setup from Oculus Home. It's detecting all my sensors as okay. I do have 4. I have 2 in the corners in front of me, 2 in the corners behind me that you can see here. I actually like to use the ones behind me as my front sensors. So when I do the setup, I'm going to turn around. That way I'm not facing my monitors frontwards. So when people want to punch stuff in super hot or whatever, they aren't going to punch my screens. They'll punch the air or they'll run into my couch. So I'll flip around here in just a second. But that's the general layout. My room space is about 10 by 7 as far as the sensors are concerned. I have some extra space in front of me here, but they aren't looking at that because it's filled up by a desk and monitors and towers and microphones and stuff. So anyway, 10 by 7 area, 4 sensors, Oculus Touch 1.14 something release as of April 26th, 10 p.m.-ish Eastern Standard Time. And here we go. I do have all 4 of my sensors in USB 3 slots. 2 of them are on an Initech card. 2 of them are on a motherboard slot, Asus X99 Deluxe motherboard with an Intel controller. So 2 on Intel controllers, 2 on Initech controller, all on USB 3 with appropriate extensions. So we'll say we want to go to the next screen. So we get to this step and it's different than it used to be. It now says looking for touch controller. It used to not do that. You had to hold up the touch controller first, but if I hold up the touch controller, it will recognize I'm doing so and says it's visible. And I'm going to do that from the other direction. And it says it's good still, so I'm going to pull the trigger here. It's in the middle of my space, eye level. Pulling the trigger now. Should be detected, I'm guessing. Turning around, yep. Oh, wait, maybe not. Pulling the trigger. I'm going to continue squeezing it. There we go. Maybe I didn't squeeze long enough the first time. And then I am going to point it forwards-ish till my sensors are right. Pull the trigger again. And now I have a nice little hexagon on there that I can do my mappings on, my Guardian mapping on. So I'll go ahead and do it. Why not? Oh, gotta go to hit the next button. There we go. All right, so we got a nice little guardian square there. Good enough. I'll say that's fine. I understand. And that's it. And that has worked about 16 or 17 times in a row for me now. Because that's how many times it takes me to do a video without saying something embarrassing. So I think we're good. If that did not work for you, I think you have some other issue. You know, it used to be that this was an issue for everybody all the time. You had 3 or 4 sensors. You could not do this process without repeating it over and over and over again until your sensor connected properly. And it was just a roll of the dice if it would. So if it's still not working for you, I think there's a new problem different from what we've been experiencing up until now. Maybe related to how far the sensors are apart or something like that. Like I've said, I've got a 10 by 7 area. The width here is shorter than the width here. So it's 7 across, 10 this way, 7 on the back, 10 the other way. And that's in feet and seems to work properly. So thanks, Oculus, for getting that taken care of. Good luck to anybody setting it up. Hope you don't have any trouble.